Coca-Cola.
Toyota gives you more electrified hybrid choices than anyone else, including the stylish new Corolla, a name synonymous with Toyota quality and dependability, the elegant new Toyota Crown Signia, and the latest edition of the legendary 4Runner. Toyota's extensive lineup also includes battery EVs like the tech-savvy all-electric BZ4X, and of course, the iconic Prius, the hybrid that started it all. That's the power of choice. From Toyota, let's go places.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets the Duralast battery.
have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
114-106. The Grizzlies fall tonight to the Detroit Pistons. Welcome to the Double Post, everybody. John Roser, Jessica Benson, and Bennett Doyle with you. Grind City Media on YouTube. Come join us in the show chat there. Just make sure you like and subscribe. Also on 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio dial. Again, the Grizzlies fall tonight 114-106. Grizzlies go to 3-5 on the season. The Pistons move to 5-2. And there's a million ways you can dissect this. Obviously, the big story of the night coming into the game is Ja Morant back from his one-game suspension. And there's a million ways you can go with this game. I think the only thing I tweeted out during this game, and I think it kind of goes to standstill, is the Grizzlies can't wait 3 quarters to start showing up and bringing the requisite intensity that it takes to win NBA basketball games, especially against one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons. Jessica Benson.
Hi, John Roser.
Hello.
You also can't give up 33 points off of turnovers.
That's like a flashback.
That's a tough thing to overcome.
That's like the flashback to like the PTSD to last year.
Yeah.
Last year, that was like the problem in all the losses. It was like, oh my gosh, points off turnovers.
Yeah, that's a tough one to overcome. Listen, with a team like the Pistons, you know what they are. They are a team that is a very physical team.
They're tough.
They are going to crash the glass excessively. And for 3 quarters of this game, or at least 2 3/4 of this game, they were able to play their game. It felt like they were beating the Grizzlies down, wearing them down, slowing it down. And the Grizzlies played into it, especially on the offensive end, until we got to late in the 3rd quarter and 4th quarter, where it's a lot of standing around the 3-point line, no movement.
Yes.
I mean, it was listless there for a moment. So if you want the positive, it's that the fight came in the 4th and things started to move. The ball moved in a much more effective way. And that is certainly something to grab onto and want moving forward. But they have to figure out how to get this earlier in games.
Yeah, and it just feels like it's so weird to me, though, with this team, because there are points where they get down, and I feel like, okay, well, they're totally letting go here. And then they do come back. They did this yesterday in Toronto where they got down like 16, and I'm like, all right, well, because they had gotten it to like 9 or 8 in Toronto, and then it gets down to 16, and I'm like, all right, well, here's where they just let go of the rope. And then they like get it back down to 6, and the same thing happened tonight. I was like, well, maybe they're going to have a chance here. They came out with some juice and then some bad stuff. Did I write all of it down? They had some stuff happen. Oh, no. Okay. Jaren hit the back-to-back threes, and then it's like, okay, we got a little juice. And we got it down to like, I think 6. And then immediately they had the missed free throw. Stewart had the offensive rebound. Jaren got the tech. And then Asar Thompson had the steal and the hoop. And the Pistons are back up 11. And then next thing you know, Duncan Robinson hits a 3, and they're up 21. And I'm like, and that's it. Except then the Grizzlies make a little bit of a run right there at the end of the 3rd quarter and got it back down to 9. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Big threes from Cam Spencer tonight. Another nice game for Cedric Howard off the bench. Ced had 17. Cam had 13 for a 6 from 3. Cedric Howard 3, a 6 from 3. Making up for another tough 3-point shooting night overall for a team that goes 14-41.
Yeah, it's the 3-point shooting is, look, I mean, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope 0 for 3. Jalen Wells has not
0 for 7.
It's 0 for 7, and some of those were just. I mean, that one at the where did
late
he?
in the fourth?
Yeah, Jock hit the 3, and then Jalen had the 3, and then we got the stop, and Jalen had a wide open 3 in the corner, and he missed it, and then Cade came down. Cade Cunningham scored one of his 900 points that he had in the fourth quarter and put him up 109-103. Benedoyle.
900 exact number.
Yes.
Oh,
no. Oh, well, that's.
You can come use this one.
No, all right, okay. We'll figure something out. Yeah, so they had the, and it just felt that they got there a couple times. They got right there. Too much Cade Cunningham. Props to Cade Cunningham. He was the best player on the floor tonight. He was. You got to give him credit where credit's due. Cade Cunningham, he was the best player on the floor tonight. But like we said, like they were right there a couple of times, right there. And then it felt like they really had some momentum. They really had momentum. That Vince lobbed to Ja that put them down 7 with 4:16 left. It was like, okay, they've got some real juice. They have real juice right now. The crowd response. Ja was whatever on his response, but the crowd was. It felt like the crowd been waiting for that all night, all season.
Yeah, if there was any question of how fans in Memphis, and because everyone loves to talk and everyone loves to wonder, the fans were so excited to see Ja. Like, they got, we want Ja chance. Every time he checked in, the applause and the yells were noticeably louder. And then that alley-oop, like they were just waiting for a moment like that. And it got everyone back in it. And that's where it really felt as if, okay, perhaps this is where this thing turns and you get it as close to 3 and then you don't.
You had the chance, and you had the chance to cut it down to 1. Wells missed that 3, just could not get any, could not buy a bucket tonight. Can we take calls?
Yes,
we can try.
Maybe so.
Lang, what's up, man? Lang Whitaker, host of the warm-up show, an hour before every home game. Lang's on the line. Hello, Lang.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
All right. Yeah, for so much, like I just felt like the Grizzlies left so many points on the court tonight. And John, you mentioned it when you and I were sitting there watching the game. What was it you guys were calling the offense?
Pass and pray.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't take credit for that one. I can't. I gotta give Devin Walker credit for that one.
All right. Yeah. Well, for the first 3 quarters of that game, that's what it was. It was 5 people standing around the perimeter, passing it, and just hoping one of the Pistons trips over their own feet, or I don't know what you were looking for because there weren't really like ball screens or wasn't moving off the ball.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about what Coach Isalo talked about during training camp, and he was like, "Look, we want the offense to have on-ball and off-ball actions and make it really hard for the defense." And, man, it was not hard for the Pistons for those first 3 quarters. The Grizzlies didn't shoot the ball well, but they shot better from 3 than the Pistons did. The Pistons hit 32%. The Grizzlies hit 34%. So I don't really want to blame it on that. I just felt like for so much of that game, the offense was so stagnant. Throw in there 20 turnovers, throw in there getting beat on fast break points. Because if you can't score in the half court, you got to score on the fast break. And that was really at the end of the third quarter, they had that 12-0 run. That was when things kind of turned. They found some rhythm, and they seemed like they got a little bit of momentum and were able to kind of get up and down the court a little bit. So I don't know how you generate that, especially against a team like the Pistons. That's built to be a half-court defensive team. The question I'll leave you guys with is the same question I asked you guys a week ago. You mentioned Jalen Wells 0 for 7 on 3s tonight. Are you ready for Cedric Coward to move into that starting lineup yet?
Yes.
Yes.
That was what I was going to say.
Bennett.
My mic's back. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm
Bennett's back.
Yeah, we're good. We're here. That was what I wanted to say a second ago was and it's not even like as much about Jalen and his struggles right now. It's more about the slow starts. It's another game with a slow start. And I just think that he is bringing something to the table right now that you want to try and should give a shot in that starting lineup. I like him and Ja out there on the floor together.
Yes.
You're getting some positivity with those 2 guys out there. You're starting to see a little chemistry between those 2, and I just think the more minutes with them on the court together, the better.
So, to your point, Lang, thank you. Be safe getting home. Lang Whitaker, host of the warm-up show. It'll be on the air Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, Grind City Media on YouTube, Grind City Media on X. to watch the warm-up show an hour before tip-off. Chris Harrington, I heard it was Chris Harrington in Coach Isilow's postgame. I was listening to it up here when y'all threw it to it. And one of the things he mentioned, I did not write down first quarter, but I did real quick go through because he mentioned much of your problems seem to always happen in the first half. So to your point, Lane Point mentioning about the starting lineup, and I don't have first quarter, but I do have first half. The Grizzlies have been outscored 489 to 437 in the first half. That averages out to about 61 to 54 every first half. The second half, the Grizzlies are outscoring opponents. It's not by a lot, but they are winning the second halves on average 61 to 59. So far this season. So that first half does seem to be an issue, and getting off to quick starts has not been easy. There's only been a couple of games. It feels like every game we look up and we're down like, I don't know, 10 to 2 to start the game, or 10 to 4, or it's, 12 to 5. Like, we're always down like 7 points, like right off the bat in every game. So yeah, maybe there would be. 901-445-0929. Yeah, Jess, so you agree? Are we on the?
We had a unanimous chorus.
We had a unanimous chorus. We need some. We need to. We'll develop and we'll get sounders and everything for when we're unanimous on something. Yeah.
Something nice.
Kevin, you're up.
Yes, sir, guys. I don't want to dwell on the negative of the slow start. I know that's a big deal, and it's got to get better. But it was a monumental feat to come back in that game, and it just made a lot of excitement. And I don't go to every game, but I go to some games. But I do observe and listen and watch, and I hear all the chatter going on about the team, and it seems like they're not motivated. But my thing is, do you not have to put it on the coaches sometimes? And what I mean by that, look, I agree with everything y'all said about the Jalen Wells not shooting well, but it's okay to have him on the floor because he hustles and he plays defense. But in the end, I just want to ask you, would it not have been better to go with our franchise player instead of Wells and Jaren jacking up the 2 threes that they missed? Even when Jaren hit 2 threes in a row, at the end of the game, do you feel like it would have been better if the coach just would have called timeout and draw the play up with your franchise player and let him drive it to the hoop and score? And you win it or you lose it, because we pulled within 3 points. It's a monumental feat. And if you draw up a play for Ja to take it to the hoop, you win it or lose it with Ja, because I think that would really motivate him if you just included him to win the game for you. He's the city's player. He draws the fans. He's the franchise player. He's heroic on the alley-oop. He put the fire into the arena. So that's just what I wanted to ask you, if you felt it would have been better instead of Jaren and Jalen with the bad shooting percentage on threes. Would it not have been better to call a play for Ja to take it inside?
Appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, appreciate the call, Kevin.
I always want the ball in Ja's hands.
Yeah,
for sure.
I do too. But I also,
the most comfortable thing late in the game situation.
But I want Jaren involved too. Like, I do want Jaren involved. I think there's something too. Like, it's not to go back to the slow start, but we're going to go back to the slow starts. Like, Jaren had 3 shots in the first half. Like, one of the most disappointing things about this game was the beginning of it, because you felt after everything that had happened, like, okay, they're going to come out with the intensity and they're going to come shot out of a cannon out of this one. And they did not. That did not happen at all. And it was like, we're texting early in the game, like, why do they look lifeless out there? Like, this isn't good. But look, it took them a while to get going, but like, they've got to get Jaren going in the first half.
That's the thing.
They have to get him going in the first half.
I know he was the leading scorer, but the thing is there was the back-to-back threes, so that kind of helped out a little bit there. Elliott says this throughout the broadcast, and it's true. Especially, you've got to get him involved. Like you
Yes.
have to run plays for him.
Yes, you can't just
because then he'll just hang out, beyond the 3-point line, and obviously
when you have success,
he hit
it's a
some
good thing,
tonight.
yes.
He hit some tonight, and that's a good
Yeah.
thing. But man, that is not what you want him to do the whole game.
No, he's an isolation scorer.
Yeah.
Even I saw. Oh my gosh, I wish I still had the tweet. I would have sent it to. There was someone who had it and it basically said like, even through the amount of games that we've played so far, like if you look at the isolation scoring in the league, like Jaren Jackson Jr. is like a freak when it comes to ISO scoring. He's one of the best he's one of the absolute best in the NBA when it comes to isolation scoring. Right there before that double team can totally arrive, just boom.
So many opponents.
Yes,
It is
he absolutely does. He has that mismatch. 901-445-0929. I wrote down a bunch of stuff too, and we'll get to that here in just a little bit. Dave, you're up.
Hey guys, I've heard a lot of conversation over the past few weeks with this team about how if the supporting cast was better, then they would win more. But man, I felt like all offseason, all I heard was when John and Jaren are healthy, it doesn't matter what else is going on. They're going to win 60% of their games.
Well, those were the facts. I mean, John, Jaren, when they have played together, they've both been on the court together. Like they've won 60% of their games. Like it's not a lie.
Most of those games.
Yeah,
Also involved Desmond Bain.
Yeah, they involved.
They had a clear number three.
They involved Desmond Bain. They also have games where they involved like Steven Adams and DeAnthony Melton and Kyle Anderson and guys you don't have anymore.
Okay, I mean, I agree with that, but be that as it may, like the fact is that a Bain trade means that you bet the farm on these other guys carrying you, and if that is the case, then why are we running these hockey platoon subs for these guys? Like why are we never playing them together? Why is it, maybe 30 minutes apiece if we're lucky, while other team stars like Cade Cunningham are playing 40? Like why, if this is the way that you structured this team, are you managing it in this manner where the supporting cast that isn't adequate is playing such an outsized role?
I'm going to look this up because I looked it up earlier, but I don't know if they've added tonight's games yet. I doubt they have to NBA.com, but I can tell you I was looking at this earlier. 2-player lineups involving the Grizzlies, and John Jaren together have not been good this year. They also haven't played
excessive amount.
They have played 80. So here's to your point, 2-man lineups for the Grizzlies. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 more 2-man lineups that have played more than Jaren Jackson and John Morant. They have played 88 minutes together. They have an offensive rating of 102.1 and a defensive rating of 106.6 for a net rating of negative 4.6. Do you know the 2-man team that has played the most minutes together this season for the Grizzlies so far?
I'll say, is it random? Is it a random one?
Number 2 will probably cause some fans to be like, what are we doing?
The lineup together?
Yeah, just 2-man. It's just it's 2-man. So it's take it with a grain of salt because it's only 2, and you play with 5. So like right. This is just one of these NBA.com things you can mess around with on the lineup tool stuff.
John Jock.
Ja's one of them. It's not Jock.
John Jalen
Wells, 152 minutes. They have an offensive rating of 107, a defensive rating of 115.4, and a net rating of negative 8.4. The number 2 most played 2-man lineup for the Grizzlies through. Now, tonight's game has not counted on this yet. They have not added that up. So this is just through 7 games. Was Jalen Wells and Jock Landale, 133 minutes, and they have a net rating of negative 9.6.
I think it's also worth pointing out, because we're talking about the supporting cast, it is worth pointing out that the supporting cast is not complete yet. They are expecting 2 of those guys back hopefully soon.
They're the highest scoring bench in the NBA, partially because you're running so many guys consistently.
To that, these are a couple of things that I wrote down tonight just about the team that I thought. So for one, with the offense, because I was texting with Chris Vernon and Devin Walker. We were texting all throughout the game, and it got dark there, like especially first half. Like it got dark. Group text got dark. But like Chris brought up to this point, and I was like, you know what? Like that, it is fair because we have talked about like, yo, man, they need Ty and they need Edey, but Ty especially. That maybe, and this is where I will maybe want to change the end of the game lineup that we saw tonight, but like if you're basing like, oh, we need to attack the defense and we kick, attack the defense and we kick, and that's how everything gets going. Well, then you need more than one ball handler out there, and that's where Ty Jerome really would
changes.
He absolutely would, and
also allows for you to have a ball handler when Ja goes to the bench.
Yes,
and Cam Spencer has pieced together minutes at point guard. We've seen a lot of Vince Williams, but even in a situation where, and I thought it was weird that Ja wasn't in, but when it was close there late, and there was that possession where it ended up with a turnover. And then Ja checked in right after the turnover. And it's like, couldn't he have just come in right before that?
Right,
so,
right.
But in that case, if Ty Jerome is your backup point guard, there's just a more experienced steadying hand who naturally falls into that position.
I did think, I did wonder at the end of that game, because he was playing better, why not have Cam out there instead of Jalen? Like especially when it came like that ball swing down 107, 103, and that ball goes to the corner. And
play the hot hand.
If that's play the hot hand, that's really all that is play the hot hand.
And from a rookie head coach in the NBA, that is where, with experience, you gain the ability to go off script.
For sure.
Right? And that might not be something that is in the wheelhouse in game 8.
Yep.
But you would do 10 games from now, where you're better able to understand the feel of a game and divert from the plan. I thought, too, after that Ja alley-oop, if I remember correctly, the energy is reaching a crescendo. Yeah. It's a 7-point game. And Jaren Jackson Jr. goes out.
I know.
And that is a point in the game where all of a sudden, this is a winnable situation. Yeah. You have come back down 21. You have energy, momentum on your side. Your star just made a play. Put your best players on the floor and go after it. Go after the win.
Because this league is so wired to when other teams see that, and we see it even more in the playoffs, but you will see it in the regular season. Like they say, oh, they took that guy off the floor. That's one of their best guys. They took him. Okay, we are attacking right here. Mm-hmm. This is what we're doing now. You see it more and more in the playoffs, but you see it in the regular season too. Like when you take your best guys, like teams have an idea of what they want to do. Vance, you're up. Vance in Clarksville. What's up, man?
How you doing, everybody? Roser, I got to be a cliche. Hope Sally's doing well.
Thank you. She's great. She's probably sleeping.
Smart one. Great to hear. Well, I'll just get straight to the point of it. As far as I'm concerned, I think we do have a big three, and it needs to be Coward. But these coaches aren't fools, so why do you think they just haven't decided to start Coward? Is it they're concerned about the bench production? And I know this is apples to oranges. They're two different players. But are they afraid if they bench Jalen, they'll go off to Gigi land? Or could it be plain and simple as the coach would rather have a guy go 0 for 10 than have a player who would maybe miss a defense rotation would drive him crazy? I just like your thoughts. I'll take my answer off the air. And Jessica, may you and your husband learn to embrace the Dodger dominance.
No. Get the Dodgers out of here. Get the Dodger stuff out of here, Jess. You can go ahead with that one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I live in a Giants household.
Yeah, I see.
By marriage.
Yeah, by marriage. Go Giants. What was this question? I don't even remember.
About starting Cedric.
Starting Cedric.
Yeah,
and why you aren't at this point.
I got to think it's probably like he feels like he brings us juice off the bench. If you speaking of juice off the bench, why does Conachar not play?
Oh yeah.
Why is Gigi not playing?
About him not playing tonight.
Omax coming off of.
And why ain't Omax playing tonight?
He was an instant boost of energy.
You can use athleticism against that team.
They clearly wanted to get a look at Charles Bassey tonight, and he did have 10 rebounds.
He did.
And I think that I think they needed to get a look at him before that 10-day expires just to see what you got.
Yeah.
So,
well, you may need to sign him to another 10-day too if Edie can't be back in time also.
Right.
And this was of all the games on the schedule with Charles Bassey.
Yeah.
Since he signed, this was probably the one where you looked at the biggest need for someone like him.
Right. They're a big team. Dude, Jalen Duren is huge. Isaiah Stewart is huge. Cunningham is huge.
Jalen Duren looks like a Greek god out here.
He is massive.
Yeah. It's insane. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Yeah. Go Tigers. Someone who
I'm
was
happy
it?
for him,
Somebody
man.
said to me,
I'm happy for him, dude. He is like turned into a great NBA player.
Yes.
He had 33 the other night. Yeah.
Somebody said to me, they were like, dude, how did that team not go farther in the tournament? And I was like, because they were like an 8 seed and had to play the Chet Holmgren Gonzaga team.
Correct.
The Chet Holmgren, Drew Timme, Andrew Nembhard Gonzaga team. Holy crap, that Gonzaga team was awesome.
Loaded. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Adrian, you're up.
Hey, what's up, fella?
What's up, man?
Hello?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's
Hey,
up, man?
You guys are mentioning a whole lot of stuff that I wanted to touch on, so that's all good. And Jessica, I think you said it. I was wondering the same thing when Jaron kind of had the hot hand there, and I think he put Ja back in the game and took Jaron out. And me and a couple of people looked at each other. We're like, what? You know, what is he doing? What's going on? So, I mean, it's, I don't know. We just need to get a hold to those rotations, man, and get off that script sometime because I think that's messing it up. And then this is what I wanted to bring up, actually. I think that, and you guys probably have it on the sheet, they had almost 50 points in the paint. Am I correct?
Yes, the Pistons had 58 points in the paint.
Yeah, 29 of 49 in the paint.
Okay. Yeah, that was like terrible. I mean, to me, it's like
correct.
Yeah, correct. That's not not
we
good.
had 30.
Not good.
They were like doing layups. I mean, it was just like a layup drill.
Dude, there was a stretch where it was like layups down there. It's like, okay, we've got to have some.
Like,
there's got to be some
now,
resistance.
This is the NBA.
Yeah, you got to give some resistance.
It's going to get better when Zach is back, or is that maybe the issue? Or
I hope so, because it's two games in a
Not
row.
only this game, I've been seeing that like in just about every game this year.
Yeah. Here's what's crazy: is the Grizzlies had.
Appreciate it, Adrian.
Thanks, Adrian. Here's what's crazy is the Grizzlies had 18 offensive rebounds tonight. We're going to take one more call, and then we'll go to break. If anybody wants to get into the break, you can. 901-445-0929. Jordan calling from St. Louis. What's up, Jordan?
What's up, John? Wanted to touch on a couple things, game stuff, and then big picture, if that's okay. I'm disappointed. I think when you obviously complain about the coaching staff and your minutes, it's a bad look to finally get minutes down the stretch, and then you get 1 minute left in the game, big swing. You're on Cade. Speaking of Ja here.
Yeah. I got you.
You're on Cade. Give up a bucket. Immediately come down. Lackadaisical turnover. Ball game's over. I thought his body language looked bad all night. A couple times he got missed on back cuts, threw his head back, threw his arms up. Unacceptable as a leader. I'm very disappointed. You can comment on that if you want, but big picture stuff, I just wanted to touch real quick on, and I know you guys are in a tough spot here because it's kind of a company-line thing. 2022 to now, I can't fathom where this roster is. You're worse at every position except for John Jaron. Ja's worse than he was in 2022, so you're worse at that position too if you look at all the numbers. It's staggering. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think you got to go kind of the tank direction now. I don't really see any way where you win a championship with these two guys leading you right now. I'm disappointed to say that. I think you got a dog in Coward. I think you got a dog in some of the role players on this team, but I don't think you got the firepower to make a legit run anymore. Would be interested to see what the market looks like moving forward for Ja. So I don't know. That's a lot. Small picture, big picture stuff. I know it's kind of difficult to talk about in the middle of the season, but with everything that happened over the weekend, I thought it was worth bringing up. The end of the game stuff that I thought was disappointing, and just some of the big picture stuff as far as the roster building that's disheartening, to say the least. So sorry for my downer vibe there before the break, but just wanted to get that out there. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, Jordan.
Can I counter with some toxic positivity?
Yeah. I was like, man, we got to go to break with that? Like, oh man, you're certainly entitled to that opinion. Yeah.
Yes. Of course. 8 games in. 8.
8.
We have not seen a game from Ty Jerome,
Yep.
from Zach Edey, from Brandon Clark, and from Scottie Pippen Jr. And I know Scottie's still in the boot, but I saw...
Do we know anything on Brandon?
No, and we haven't had any updates there. But you want to know the most important thing that happened today? Zach Edey practiced with the Memphis Hustle.
Zach Edey
That's
did practice.
right.
That is the
He
most
sure
important
did.
thing that happened. And until we see this, I think it is a important reminder. And listen, you can come to whatever conclusions you want.
Yeah.
I can't sit here and police how people feel watching
Yeah.
this team. However, until I see it with Zach Edey on the court, I am pausing extreme thoughts.
Yeah, I am with you. I want to see Zach Edey with this team. I do. My excitement is kind of held back a little bit because of the constant narrative that the team is going to be speed, kill, speed, kill, speed, kills. And I'm like, I don't know how you're going to play really fast with Zach Edey on your team. That doesn't really. So I want to see how.
Have we seen speed kill, period?
No.
Okay.
We've seen us get killed.
That's true.
We saw the Miami game.
That's true.
Yeah, we saw that. Anyways.
Just some of those rebounding opportunities, I mean.
Yeah.
You just look at Zach Edey on the bench and say, well, that's going to help.
Yeah.
Some of the screens, that's going to help. Someone who knows how to catch Ja's passes.
Some of the screens hopefully can get Ja freed up too. Because
Yeah,
like you
just-
see when they put some of these bigger guards like a Sar Thompson, whatever, on them, like they're able to get physical with them. We'll do more. We're gonna hit a break when we get back. 901-445-0929. Cody, KJ, we got you both on hold. We'll get to and Gino, we got you on hold. We'll get to y'all when we get to you on the other side of the break. Double Post, John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle, Grind City Media on YouTube, 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio. We'll be back after this.
Perfect, but a free Coca-Cola from Sonic with endless flavors and add-ins like cherry, jalapeno, or lime. Perfect just got perfecter. Whether you're into cherry vanilla with sweet cream, strawberry jalapeno, or green apple and bourbon caramel, Sonic has the perfect Coca-Cola for you. Create a Coke your way, any size, any flavor. Free for a limited time, only in the Sonic app. Live free, eat Sonic. Limited time offer, see app for details.
If you want to live free, yeah.
Do you have an EMT, advanced EMT, or paramedic license? The Memphis Fire Department wants you. Visit joinmemphisfire.com to apply or to speak to a recruiter today. We'll give you all the details on exciting career options with the Memphis Fire Department. Benefits include up to 8 weeks of vacation and only 10 weeks of Fire Academy training with current EMT or paramedic license. Apply today at joinmemphisfire.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Don't let pests invade your home this season. Give them the full court press by calling Cook's Pest Control. The experts at Cook's deliver a full lineup of pest control, from termites to mosquitoes, all year long. Trust the South's most trusted name in pest control for over 90 years to protect your home court. Make the winning play and call Cook's today.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience because nothing compares to catching your Memphis Grizzlies in person. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. From seeing your favorite Memphis Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Grizzlies. See you courtside, Memphis.
Yo, Grizz Nation, you know who keeps the Mid-South flowing? It's American Marsh Pumps, a Velo brand right here in Collierville, Tennessee. As a provider of products, systems, and solutions, Velo and American Marsh keep homes, businesses, and communities running strong. They're not just powering water, they're powering the future. Velo continues pioneering for you. To learn more, visit american-marsh.com. That's american-marsh.com.
Gossett Hyundai on the Pike has relocated right down the street to 1956 Covington Pike while our new dealership gets a facelift. So come by and get relocation renovation specials. Gossett Hyundai on the Pike's got 2025 Hyundai Sonata, $293.67 a month. How about 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE? We Gossett $323.95 a month. And 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SE? We Gossett $348.83 a month, or 1.99 for 60 months available. Plus America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So hurry to Gossett Hyundai, 1956 Covington Pike, or shop online anytime at HyundaiGossett.com.
If you want it, we Gossett and Gossett Motor Cars.
Slander SCO 14178, MSRP 32715, Eclipse SCO 39973, MSRP 317, PHEV SC 00816, MSRP 42615, includes all rebates and incentives, TF 895, 595 acquisition fee, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Here, Grind City Media on YouTube, 92.9 FM, ESPN on your radio. Grizzlies fall tonight, 114 to 106. John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle back here in the fourth floor Grind City Media studios, where they are also going to build beds for us. Because we are here a lot of nights, very, very late. We do have locker room audio. We're going to get to these callers on hold here in just a minute, 901-445-0929. But we do have some locker room audio that got sent to us courtesy of Michael Wallace. Thank you very much, Michael Wallace. Do we get to do Ja first? Let's hit Ja Morant first. Here's Ja Morant talking a little bit about the game tonight.
Ja, you guys went down by 21, but came all the way back with a chance to make it a one-possession game. Just talk about the comeback and then what fell short towards the end.
The guys, they just picked it up. Getting to play harder, more intensity, was able to get some stops, convert on the other end. That allowed us to, cut the game. What you said, 3?
Yeah.
The 3, and then, late, Cade went and, do what a guy for his team's supposed to do, win the game.
What can you take positive from this game to try to, I know you got 4 games in the next 5 days, so try to get another winning streak going.
Got a little span when we came back. Our defensive effort and, how quickly we got the ball up before and converted on the offensive end.
Joe, were you and the coaching staff able to talk about what happened Friday and move on?
Y'all asked that question to them, huh?
What about for you?
Y'all asked that question, so y'all know the answer to that.
Do you feel like everything's been resolved?
Yeah. They told y'all that, right?
Well, yeah, but we didn't hear it from you.
Obviously, they can't go and tell y'all something I ain't say.
The team struggled with slow starts, like particularly on the offensive end. Like, what do you see, given whatever limitations you might have, what do you see that can help the team sort of get off to better starts?
Can you repeat that, please? I was looking at you.
Yeah, that's okay. The team has been getting off to slow starts. The team's been a better second-half team, particularly on the offensive end, getting off to slow starts. What do you see with what the team has to work with right now? I know there's injuries, but what do you see that can help the team get off to better starts offensively? What can change?
More pace and flow. I think we just got to establish, a strong defensive early on. I felt like we come out a little flat. Guys, begin to get comfortable, and it's, tough getting out and run and having to play against, a set defense if they're making shots. So we just got to lock in defensively, get stops and rebound and get out and run.
What have the last 3 days been like for you?
My last 3 days.
I like that answer. What have your last 3 days been like? My last 3 days. I think he's absolutely right with the there's no, your eyes don't deceive you. Like there's it feels like them trying to get off to a good start is like there is no flow.
Painful.
And it is so painful. It's like it feels like we're just
pushing the rock up the
we
mountain.
just pass the ball to somebody and then I can't. Did I write it down? I might have written it down, or might have written it down. There was one point in this. Where did I write it down? Where it was like the ball ended up just one of the first possessions that Cedric Coward came in the game. It ended up just getting passed to him, and then he just is like dribble, step back 3 at the end of the shot clock. I'm like, okay, like come on.
I would love a counter. I put a note of this. Is there anywhere where you can get a counter of how many late shot clock situations a team has in one
Oh
game.
my gosh.
Like within the last, like the shot comes with 5 seconds or less
Yes.
on the shot clock because it was excessive.
Okay.
And it was excessive last night in Toronto too.
I am so glad you said this because I had another one that I was like, you know what we need a counter of?
What?
How many seconds go off the shot clock before we actually make a pass?
Okay, all connected.
Like all connected. Because there's a couple where I was like, I looked up and I was like, oh, now there's 10 on the shot clock, and we just literally made the first pass of the possession. Like, what is happening here? Like, yeah. So there's a lot of this stuff, and it's always in the first half too. Like the got to figure out that first half. Do we have? Let's go to Jaren Jackson Jr. We also have Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren had a game high 21 points, team high, 21 points, 8 of 14 from the field, 4-7 from 3. But again, only 3 of those shots came before halftime. But here is Jaren Jackson Jr. in the locker room.
Just a lot more of the right things when they were going right in the game. A lot more of those good stretches. A lot more of just the right stuff. It's going to take buy-in from everybody. But we're fully capable, and we have all the tools and pieces, and we have everything that we need to be successful. So it's not something I'm too worried about, but the urgency's got to be there.
Do you have buy-in from everyone?
Do I have buy-in from everybody? Of course. We've always had buy-in from everybody. So, we're locked in, man. Always locked in.
Jared, what did you guys find in that rally from 21 down to get it to within almost one possession, and what sort of went wrong towards the end and not be able to close it out?
Better rotations, and then rebounds. I gave up some rebounds pretty much the whole game. They were very physical. We were rotating better in the second half and making more shots in the second half. So that was going well for us. But just need more of that all game. And yeah.
Jaren's very good at this media stuff. Because it's obvious they're not locked in from beginning to end. Like it's obvious it's not. But again, it feels like him and Ja kind of touching on the same things. Like we've got to find a way to get off to a better start. I will say there's also times in here where it feels like they don't believe during these games. Like they get really dejected at certain points during these games, and then the dejection passes them a little bit, and they do make a comeback. And it's like if you just maybe don't get dejected there for that brief bit, and, give up a quick 6-0 run. There's also something else. I know you've heard it, you've seen it. They get way too upset about what the refs are doing. They do. They get upset. Like you could see that tonight with how physical the Pistons were being. That a little too upset about the refs, and I felt like once they let that go in the fourth quarter and quit and didn't worry about that and just played all right, we're going to match their intensity. Good things happen for them.
Yeah. Preserve the energy.
Preserve the energy for the things you can control.
Well, one thing that he can't control is getting the fouls under control, especially late in a game. Because the thing is it's 2 games in a row now that he had to give up just rim runs because he's got 5 fouls late in the fourth quarter. So it's obviously something that's got to get better because you need him late in these games.
No.
And you need him to not have 5 fouls because it's just nothing you can do. Yeah.
What would help so much of this? It's like a win. Just a win.
I know. When they made that push down the stretch, I was like,
yeah,
this
it's
could.
This could just
Because it is a tough.
Because you never.
Stretch.
Yes, it's a tough stretch.
And that's the thing. He talked about the physicality of this game. It's going to be
Houston
even
Rockets.
bigger on Wednesday night.
The Rockets on Wednesday night is going to be, 901-445-0929. Cody, you're up.
So, hey guys, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So I think I had 3 main points, and I think all of them come down to coaching questions I'm beginning to have. And all of them added up have made me go to the other side of the fence because I was defending the coaching staff before tonight, and I don't know that I am continuing, and I know it's just 8 games in, but ironically, you already talked about 2 of the 3 things. The first one was what is actually wrong with the slow starts, and I feel like the answer is pretty simple. You're playing a 2-man lineup in Wells and Lendell, a million minutes together. and they have been awful in net rating. And it's killing us to the start of the game. At one point, I looked up, I think it was like 3 minutes left in the first half, and Landale had played more minutes than John Jaren at that point. And I'm just shaking my head like I'm in utter confusion. And I know we're thin in the front court, but I can't understand how that's acceptable. To why on earth are you not keeping Cam in that game to end it? I know one of you said that.
Yeah, we briefly kind of talked, just kind of a ride the hot hand thing. Like Cam had the better shot tonight than Jalen did. Yeah.
Right. He's one of the main parts of that comeback. He's the only player with a positive plus minus, I believe. KCP might have finished positive.
He did.
Yeah, KCP finished +2. Yeah.
Cam +9.
Okay. Yeah, he's on fire. And we benched him to end the game for Wells, who's 4 for 41 from 3 in his last 41 3-point shots. And that's not on Wells. Keep shooting. You have to get out of that slump. But I feel like the coaching fails him by forcing him into position to close the game and miss that shot in the end. And then thirdly, this one is a pet peeve of mine. Why are we allergic to using our challenge? It drives me insane. We had
Oh, that Cedric Coward charge early. I know it's a long time ago at this point. But.
So I go the opposite way on this. Never use your challenge in the first half.
No.
Never use it in the first half. It's not worth it. Like the Reds can.
For a fact that Cedric Coward won, they were wrong. But I'm actually.
Oh no, they were wrong. They were wrong. Yeah. They were wrong. Yes, I agree with you.
I just don't understand why in the second. I felt like there was opportunities in the last.
So there was one he tried to. He tried to in the second half on a ball that we thought was off the Pistons, but they gave it to the Pistons, but thought it was off the Pistons, and they waited too long. He tried. He walked out on the court, hit timeout, and did the challenge thing, and the ref pushed him back and said, "No, it's too late."
Too late.
Because they're trying to get away from allowing you to. They're getting away from allowing you to look at that iPad and then make your decision based on that. There's a certain time limit you have to be able to make it.
PJ Hall was jumping in the corner, like saying, "Coach, challenge it." Yeah, I saw that going on.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. But yeah. All right. Thanks for the call, Cody.
All
right. Appreciate it, man. All right, we're going to take one more break, and when we get back, I'll get to the rest of these calls. We got Gino, James, David, all on hold. We'll get to all of you on the other side.
Can I say my favorite part of the game that we haven't talked about before I leave and go to sleep?
Yes.
I really appreciated Vince Williams being willing to get into a fight with Isaiah Stewart standing right there.
Yeah, Isaiah Stewart.
That is a certain level of crazy that every team deserves to have.
See, you have to ask yourself, would Vince Williams have done that if it was him and Isaiah Stewart, like one-on-one?
Yeah, I think he would have.
And I think he would have. And that's how I think you know the level
He
of...
did try to slap the finger out of his face when Isaiah Stewart was pointing at him. Yeah.
That is how you know the level of crazy that Vince Williams is when you are willing to do that.
Yes. And that's a good thing.
That's
a good thing to have on the team. And a shout out to Eric Hasseltine, who had one of the best ad reads. That's why Eric's the best of the best. He did a mental health read right after. It was for Complete Care Family Psychiatry.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that is perfect.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, Eric.
Yep. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Vince.
Thank you, Jessica.
Oh, thank you, guys.
All right, we'll get back. We'll take the rest of your calls. Bennett and I will put a bow on this thing after we take your calls on the other side. This is the Double Post. John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle, Grind City Media on YouTube, 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio, and we'll be back after this.
What's the mark of a great team? When talent, experience, and preparation all come together to make it look easy. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with convenient online banking and world-class service. Play hard, bank easy. Celebrate 25 years with Pinnacle and the Grizzlies. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit of at least $300 by November 30th. And you could get a Grizzlies jersey. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Hey Grizz Nation, ready to elevate your game day? Swing by the Crazy Coop, your ultimate destination for over 30 mouth-watering wing flavors and more. With locations at 3 South Main right in the heart of downtown and 7199 Stage Road, we serve up delicious wings, quesadillas, buffalo shrimp, and craft burgers. And don't miss our full-service bar at 3 South Main, perfect for a refreshing drink. And you can show your Grizzlies ticket for a special discount. Make the Crazy Coop part of your game day experience. Let's celebrate every win together. The Crazy Coop, where flavor meets fun.
It's flu season. Protect yourself and loved ones with a seasonal flu shot from the Shot Nurse. And for groups of 10 or more, the Shot Nurse can come to you. With 2 locations to serve you, it's fast, convenient, and it's free with most insurances. Visit shotnurse.com or call 901-685-9999. I get my vaccines from the Shot Nurse.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Keep your home comfy year-round with Landmark Heating & Air's membership program. For one low price, you get 2 annual tune-ups to keep your system running smoothly, priority service when you need it most, and exclusive discounts on repairs and more. Say goodbye to unexpected breakdowns and hello to peace of mind. Call Landmark Heating & Air today at 365-4260 or visit landmarkheatingandair.com to join. Your comfort's our priority. Landmark Heating & Air, the comfort company you've trusted for 55 years.
3 iconic forces, 1 unforgettable experience. New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The Black Promoters Collective presents New Edition Way Tour, starring New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The New Edition Way Tour, March 19th at FedEx Forum. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
Looking for a place to get hyped before the game? Courtside Grill at the Westin Memphis Beale Street is the place. Try our specialty appetizers like alley-oop nachos layered with cheese, tomatoes, and jalapenos. The technical foul appetizer will mean you are in big trouble as you savor 6 big bites of wings. Fallon out tenders dipped in buttermilk served with fries will be worth it. And try our unlimited soup and salad for just $15. Snack on some chips and queso while you're waiting for that courtside burger. It's 7 ounces cooked to order, served with fries. Dribble into flavor with our full court press cocktails, the ultimate shot for your taste buds. The fan favorite is the Slam Dunk drink, which will really get you hyped up. If you're hanging with your friends, a bucket of beer will do the trick, and a must try is that courtside lemonade that is a divine cocktail for the ladies. After all the fun at courtside, jump into our heavenly bed for a restful night. Courtside Grill just across the street from the FedEx Forum. See it, the only destination before and after the game. It's all fun at Courtside Grill.
Welcome back to the Double Post here at Grind City Media on YouTube, 92.9 FM, ESPN on your radio. John Roser now just joined by Bennett Doyle. 114-106. The Grizzlies fall tonight to the Detroit Pistons at FedEx Forum. Let's knock out some calls. Gino G, you're up.
What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Hey, what's up?
All right, man. I never thought I'd say this, man, but this guy got me wishing Taylor Jenkins was still here, man. I know he just started. We had some injuries and stuff like that, but these guys just don't seem motivated at all to play for him. As you could tell by the suspension, etc. The rotation has been kind of terrible, questionable at best. Jaren can't set a screen to set his life. We still need another big wing because even though Said is good, he's still only 6'5", 6'6". So you seen what Luka did. You know, you see what Cunningham was doing. So we still need a guy that's about 6'8", 6'9" that can defend. Gigi's not getting any clock. The rotation's just, like I said, they questionable. And honestly, I feel like a lot of it is climbing fault, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. So, I don't even know what what question to ask right now, you know, as far as the game, but That's just
I
my
think you're
synopsis of the
look,
team.
Gino. Gino, it's cool, man. I appreciate the call. I think if look, there are some fans that are frustrated, and I think frustrations can be, like you said. I don't really have a question. I think your frustrations can be pointed in a lot of places. That's what losing does. You're going to get frustrated at losses. Like, that's what losing does. It's frustrating. It sucks. It's not fun. It's not fun for players. It's not fun for coaches. It's not fun for fans. It's not fun for the fans who are there. It's not fun for us as employees. Like, we don't enjoy. We'd much rather be talking about a win, and wins plural. But I think your frustrations can be at a number of things. 901-445-0929. James, you're up.
Hey, Rose, Bennett, big fans of the show.
Hey,
appreciate it, man.
Thanks. I've been listening to like a lot of this stuff. Obviously, this past weekend wasn't the greatest weekend. I saw the tweet by DeMichael Cole asking Ja, if he's playing with joy, and Ja just said no. To kind of like make this point quick as I can, him saying that just reminds me of like you guys were probably around like when the season happened, stuff like that. Tracy McGrady talked about the 2 seasons that he led the league in scoring, and he was absolutely miserable because they traded away the veteran pieces he had, guys that could space the floor and stuff like that. And he still managed to lead the league in scoring. But remember, he said I could average 40, and it wouldn't even matter. This is back when he was rare to score 40 and stuff like that because they would just lose the game. This front office, ever since 2022, hasn't improved this roster. And I remember you, Devin, and Chris were kind of arguing on the show like a couple weeks back about when Seth would start. And I'm like, are we really going to start another rookie for the second year in a row? I mean, I guess we have to because, he's a high draft pick. You got to see where it's going. But the thing I just don't understand is the fact that, we are really going to roll this out, see how many wins we get. And by the way, John Morant's going to ask for an extension. And he could also do the thing what a lot of these stars are doing as well. I don't like where this roster is going. I'm not having fun here. I request a trade after you guys just give me a max extension. So my question to you guys is, I know it's only 8 games into the season. I understand the fact that, the injuries are happening, stuff like that. But where is the future of this roster going? Because we are going to be possibly starting another rookie for the second year in a row where we have 2 guys on a max contract after we made a big trade for getting rid of Bane, which I still don't agree with, but that's crying over spilled milk at this point. What do you guys think is really just going to be the future of this team? Because right now, I get it's only 8 games in, but I just don't understand what the future of this team is at the current moment.
All right, thank you for the call, James. I think you have to wait and see when you get Ty Jerome and Zach Edey back. I think you need to see those guys with this.
For sure.
I think you have to. Those are supposed to be big parts of this. And I think on the Coward thing, we're not saying start him because start a rookie and develop. We're saying that because we think he's the best option.
Also,
numbers bear that out too. That he has been. They've been way better with him out there on the court.
Yeah, I think also worth pointing out, Scottie Pippen Jr. was expected to be a big part of their plans too, and he was one of the best players in that Oklahoma City series last year, and I think really showed that he's a rotation-level NBA guy. He's a good defender. So I think that was a big loss for them as well.
Yes,
I think
Scottie was too. They wanted him to press. They wanted him to apply full court pressure. Yes.
Yeah. And then just as far as going forward, I mean, clearly they traded Desmond Bane because they knew that they could not have those 3 guys, together on max deals and win a championship, right? That's why you make that move, and you attain assets, and they still have those, some of those assets that they're going to be able to use, down the road. So we'll see what happens, right? I don't think that this, as far as this season goes, we're still waiting on guys to come back, but I think too that there's probably moves to be made in the future, whether through the draft, if they have a high draft pick, or in free agency or trades, Yeah,
there's absolutely.
I don't think it's all done. That this is just that this is the team they think they're going to win a championship with.
I don't think so either. David, you're up.
Hey, Rosa, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
another disappointing game. It's you guys were talking about earlier they just seem to be getting off to slow starts every game, and it's like you're behind the 8 ball already by the time you even end of the first quarter. Obviously probably Coward will be coming in the starting lineup sooner than later, within the next few games probably. But I just think even though I'm an Aussie and Jock is just can't rebound. He's slow. He's stiff. He just doesn't. To me, I know Bassey's only just got to Memphis, but he's the kind of guy that you need. I'm not saying play him for 30 minutes, but start him because he's big, physical. He rebounds. He's a lob threat for Jar. Blocks shots, and I think Jock going against the second unit, he might maybe much more effective. And even KCP. He's still a decent defender, but he's not much of an offensive threat. So every time, as you guys always say, Jaren and Jar, they're always doubled the minute they get the balls. There's no other threats out there. So it's just a frustrating time right now.
Yeah, it is, man, for sure. Thanks, David. We appreciate it. Look. They got another chance at it Wednesday night. And, the Rockets aren't unbeatable. They play the Rockets. The Rockets are 4-2. They're big, though. The Rockets are 4-2. They knocked off the...
They start the biggest lineup in the league, right?
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
And they beat the Mavericks tonight, 110-102. P.J. Washington had a massive game, 29 points and 12 rebounds for the Mavericks. For the Rockets, Amin Thompson had 27. Şengün had 26, 11, and 6. Tari Eason had 15. And Kevin Durant had 21.
He's
6
a
boards,
problem.
5 assists. He is a problem. They started Amin Thompson, Josh Okogie, Alperen Şengün, Tari Eason, and Kevin Durant off their bench. They played Jayshawn Tate, Steven Adams, Clint Capella, Aaron Holiday, and Reed Shepherd. Jabari Smith did not play tonight due to a sprained right ankle. So if he's not playing on Wednesday, that's going to be here. Let me see. Jabari Smith Jr. injury. Let's see. Yeah, minor ankle sprain. So we'll see. He might play tomorrow. He might play Wednesday. He might not. But yeah, the Rockets won tonight, 110-102. Other finals in the NBA, the Nets are not good. They're now 0-7. The Timberwolves without Anthony Edwards beat them by 16. Giannis hit the game winner. You see Giannis' buzzer beater.
Game winner. Yeah,
Miles Turner got booed. I'm not a fan of the Pacers booing Miles Turner. That guy was there for 10 years. 10 years he was there.
I agree. They did the tribute video for him. He got booed.
I think the fans booing him is weak. I think that's weak. Don't boo him. Miles Turner was there, and he wanted to get paid, and you didn't pay him.
Yeah.
And he went to the team that paid him. Like that, you just hate it because you hate the Bucks. The Bucks are the rival. That's who they've had a lot of smoke with.
Fair,
yeah,
that's fair. And I think too, there was some comments about Halliburton, when he was gone.
He
did
make comments about Tyrese. He did. Never mind. I get it.
So that probably pissed off the fans a little bit.
I understand.
Yeah.
The Jazz beat the Celtics 105-103. Jaylen Brown. Everything I was seeing was that Jaylen Brown was good. He had 36, but still, man, they lost to the Jazz. The Jazz are 3-4. The Knicks beat the Wizards 119-102. Karl Anthony Towns had 33-13. As we said, the Rockets beat the Mavs. And Nikola Jokic had another amazing pass where he almost took off Sabonis' head on it when he fed Aaron Gordon. But Jokic had 34, 7 rebounds, and 14 assists. The Nuggets, they beat the Kings 130-124. And games going on right now, the Heat are up 10 on the Clippers, and the Lakers are currently up 1 on the Blazers in Portland. And 9 minutes to go in that one. But no Luka, no Austin Reeves, but the Lakers are still up 1. We'll see if they're actually able to hold on, because that could get kind of dicey down the stretch if you don't have either one of those guys to run your offense through. So we'll see there. Anything else you want to add on to this one?
I think just
you got look. What I don't care if he even misses. I don't care. Assertive Jaren to start the game on Wednesday. We saw it Friday, and then whatever happened against the Lakers. We saw it Friday. He had 7 right out the gate on Friday. We need assertive Jaren. Get him in good spots with the ball on Wednesday night to start that game. Get him going.
I think just, what we've said a couple times already this season is try not to get off to a slow start. I think inserting Cedric Coward in that starting lineup is something that they should think about. I think that it will eventually happen, but, now it's starting to get dicey and you keep getting off to slow starts. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's something that they should think about, but like I said, I think that I'm not going to freak out about it because I think it's something that will happen eventually regardless, right?
Yeah.
And I think I said to you and Jessica, there were moments in that game, him and Ja had nice chemistry. The lob, I think there's something there, and I want to see more of it.
Absolutely. I'm with you. There's something there. Let's see more of it. And look, you're going to have to be big on Wednesday. You're going to have to be. Yeah. Or you've got to find a way to get the speed. The speed that you want to kill, you've got to find a way to make it try to kill on Wednesday if you're not going to be able to go big for big with them. And look, we know when they put Steven Adams in, it's always a hard time to get the ball from them. All right, that is going to do it from us. Thank you to everybody for tuning in, watching. Thank you to all of our callers from the Grizzlies Radio Network, Eric, and was it EP?
It was EP, yep.
Eric and Elliot Perry. Yeah, Mike Wallace helped us out with the locker room audio. Our studio engineer, the guy who answers your calls and puts you on the air with us, is Wes Warwick. The Grizzlies Vice President of Broadcast and Production is John Pugliese. Director of Broadcasting is Scott Zachary. Brad Carson's the brand manager at 92.9 FM ESPN. That's the flagship radio home of the Grizzlies, and their parent company is Odyssey. Our technical director downstairs at FedEx Forum in the dungeon is Kyra. Also, shout out to Sean. Sean came in here. Sean Byrne came in here, big engineer. And
fixed everything before we came on air.
Everything right. I mean, if you could have seen this guy working. He is a savant. He is a wizard and came in here and fixed a bunch of stuff. So shout out to Sean. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Kyra. Our next broadcast will be Wednesday night when the Grizzlies host the Houston Rockets. Tip-off scheduled for 7 o'clock. Jessica Benson is on the radio airwaves beginning at 6:30. Lang Whitaker's on the warm-up show at 6 at Grind City Media on YouTube. Following the game, about 30 minutes after the game, myself, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle will be right back here in this studio for the Double Post and right here on 92.9 FM ESPN in Memphis and on YouTube at Grind City Media. Grizzlies fall tonight 114-106. Until Wednesday night, good night, everybody. Peace.